yang. Live streaming with the gang. Died trying, I'm gonna get mine.
And I grind with my slime, shine with my slime. Don't play around, cause I'ma slide by one of mine one more time, nigga.
Grind with my slime, shine with my slime. Don't play around, cause I'ma slide by one of mine.
Now let's slide. Grind with my slime, shine with my slime. Don't play around, cause I'ma slide by one of mine. Nigga. Grind with my slime, shine with my slime. Don't play around, cause I'ma slide by one of mine. Okay. Grind with my slime, shine with my slime. Don't play around, cause I'ma slide by one of mine. Nigga. Grind with my slime, shine with my slime. Don't play around, cause I'ma slide by one of mine.
Yeah. Chat. That's the chat. So that's a wonderful.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Big bro. What's going on, my guy? Hello, man.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
My guy?
Good.
Oh, my God. I'm busy. The right attire. And now this is calm, chill morning. Like, I have to go. It's all good. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna step out for 1 second to take a shot for the vlog.
Okay. Hey.
I was going to wait till they.
Just like that. Sit up back in the chat. Little cuties. Arnold there the king pops on a waffle. Shit.
Hi, sorry.
Watch the step.
Let's choose it up. Yeah, so this is Mama. Mama raised my Jonathan, my friend Jonathan's mother. She passed away a few years ago due to cancer. So this is really his way of like just being honest and trying to continue her legacy. This is her Carol brand that she's been with for years. First of all, let me for TNG, y'all know what that is.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
I'm never looking at this point.
first just try to bring breakfast of the
Thank you very much.
That's just the sauce. It's the sauce. Did you want to try it? Come on.
That's so good. That's good. All right, thank you.
Well, wait, you gotta try to kick back.
Okay, bad.
All right, Chad. How's the kick back?
Shout out to Mama Rose. We finna try this right now. Let's see what we got going on.
Yes, we're sure.
This whole time. Right?
Texture snap.
Learn, Chad.
Hey, look, I had to go business up top, party at the bottom.
He's in a surrealist.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Again,
That's the theme for tonight.
like that.
Wait till you see the drive.
What's there? He said, wait till you see what I got. I'm already
Trying
done.
to Rose brownie. Oh my god.
Bruh,
What's the word, man? What's the word?
bruh, crazy?
What's the word? Shut.
Stupendous.
Okay.
There's like a crunchy texture between the cake brownie thing and the caramel sauce on the top. Going crazy. The cake is nice and soft, not too rich, not too boring. My mouth is still watering. I think it's got roasted coconut on top. Going crazy.
My reaction is everywhere, but this one, you think about the blood.
Yo,
We got to get shit in it. But
the coconut probably is like a fish cake situation.
it's like that. It's like that. But pose is.
Yo, where can I get some more of these?
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like,
Oh, it's like.
it is. Like, I can feel like, it looks like an ice cream, but it's a cake.
I'm going to, yeah, but that's the Shicky Nut Brownies. And he calls it the Shicky Nut Brownie because that's what his mom used to say. That's like his mom used to say. Shicky now.
Yeah. No, this is how that.
Yeah, he got more treats, but he just didn't put them all up that.
That's
But I'm
okay.
going to good things.
Okay.
Whoa. First of all, the Mama Rose was jumping with the little brownie. Sticky, whatever it's called. Sticky. But this is their, what this one's called?
Like
Just this caramel.
for the sound.
Little cuties, caramel layered cake powder on a waffle cone. With no waffle cone.
Well, she's supposed to go, right? He said you can put them in there, you don't necessarily have to. That's what gives it a crunch.
It's like cake batter. It's like cookie dough cake batter.
That's exactly what it does.
Sorry.
Caramel and milk.
With a little fresh caramel on top. It's jumping.
Oh my God.
Yo, you know what I want? All right, chat, we're getting innovative out the gate.
Out the gate, what's the word?
We're gonna take this cookie dough and we're gonna mix it with the brownie,
Whoa.
with the coconut in between.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Go get you one, you can thank me later.
I ain't gonna lie, this is good. I did not plan on eating the whole thing. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
But I put the caramel sauce is fire. I love you want like this just all in this one. Oh, but the cake batter going going stupid. You ever be having those desserts that make it to take a
Man,
afterwards?
bro, you gotta really think about what you just ate.
Yeah, go on. That was her thing.
Yes.
No, that actually did the deal. Man, it's like soft, the caramel, like it's like not too sweet either.
Right, at no point was like,
It's too damn sweet. It's too much. Usually when you get all this shit mixed together, you're like, yeah, it's too much out of the time. No, it blends perfectly.
the chef's kiss. I'm checked, bro. I got sound check today.
And they always. It's just friendly classes. It's it's really nice. Yeah.
You definitely got pulled to the crib for the screen, bro. It was so loud.
Dude, I'm trying to come down there. Les would be on the like, oh, I'm gonna go down to South Tacoma right now. I'm like, well, that's that.
Yeah, not me, not today. No, you're good. I told him, bro, you're welcome to never. You're good. Like, I'm not sure you guys can play this.
People been hitting me last minute like, yo, how do I get a ticket for tonight? I'm like, wow, here it is. And because I fuck with you for actually coming, I'm gonna send you this 30% off coupon. You know what I mean? Dumb, dude. I need that. I got a theme song for you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Oh. Okay.
How'd you guys like it? Yeah, it wasn't like too sweet, huh?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was like scared of. I was like scared of blending everything and it being like too much, but that's good. How's your baby?
So.
How was your last day? How'd it go? Wasn't your bird like a birthday? How was that?
It was like a.
You know, I've been following you for like a really, really long time. Like really long time. Like a long time. Like I probably made like 2 or 3 Instagrams. That's how long I've been following.
Oh my God.
Like I was like, damn, this is dope that she throws these type of events. I know a lot of like women that actually love your content. You know? So they put me on like, oh, she does these events and this event. That's why when you did the Super Bowl, I'm like, check over.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
basically went to Indo, you know?
We came, no, we were there.
Oh, you were there.
We left that actually. No, so I think you've seen us like right. Yeah,
Stop the next one.
It's your event. It's supposed to be like that.
So what?
It says your event is supposed to be like that. As long as you got home safe, that's all that matters. All that matters. Exactly. And we won too on top of that, so can't go wrong.
Namaste.
Going on, brother? What's that? Chat, we got that's so amazing. On the stream. My guy, another Seattle streamer doing his thing.
Where's Les?
James. Yeah, like the proper attire, you know, like I wanted to learn, you know.
This is kind of business.
I got that business up top, right at the bottom. Y'all be ready for anything. Come on, wow.
Trim like him. So this right here is Mom's caramel. This is my bro Jonathan's his mom's caramel recipe.
Oh shit.
First, just trying to caramel by itself.
Okay.
Mark did a video on this.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. That's what I was like, oh, my kind of Mark.
Yeah, I just read that. Man, seeing like
Come on, man. You know I put it together in any weather. Shit, I'm better than ever. Let's get together.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, that's the caramel. That's the song. This right here is the.
Oh, right.
this shit was too far.
This shit was too far. I ain't never had caramel sauce like that.
Hey man, his mother's been making this recipe for the last like 25 years, but she passed away a few years ago due to cancer. So this is his way of like paying homage, trying to turn his pain into purpose. That's what he said. Pain into purpose. That's you right there, brother. That's a cake pop with a spoon on the pan.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh. definitely join in too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, actually, I mean, I like to start like, well, when I was really so, I guess almost.
You know what? If I have to say, no, I do. No, I'm just saying. Well, you know what? I'm something else. Yeah.
I'm about to set it around a couple of times. Enjoy break.
Yeah, so I've never let them go. But she's good, she's really, really sweet, and I've already gone. Yeah. Thank you so much. People think you know, once you get off.
New logos, new overlays. Try to just something subtle, something like nothing crazy. Chad, definitely love listening. Everybody.
Wait, so are you guys using the same ingest?
No, so basically, I got like there's an app like it's called Video Ninja,
Okay.
and I just generate the link and then have it on that phone, and then I got his laptop streaming. He's streaming from his laptop. I'm streaming from my PC, and then he's just basically watching my stream.
And that's how it's showing up on this.
That's how it's showing up on both. Yeah.
You gotta learn how to, you know. You gotta learn how to do what you gotta do when you ain't got the funds to go crazy.
No, because I'm trying to figure out how to do the shared ingest shit. Cause I got the streaming bag. We both use IRL toolkit, but I got a couple of homies who one of them. Are you familiar with OSCS? Or like Jason Levine, like
Oh yeah.
yeah. So some of the connections I made in the streaming world is like the OSCS, like Archie, Jason Levine's cameraman.
Exactly.
His brother is Archie's main cameraman now. So I've been like chatting up with him and be like, yo, bro, production style wise, how do we use IRL to get share similar ingest, all this other stuff.
Right. Trying to get everything right, the right way. Come on.
Yeah.
W made it in the chat, man.
Because production is the whole other thing. Like, the fact that people literally have production teams literally on their PCs just waiting for like overlays and
Anything different. That's what I was saying. That's what I was telling Les. I'm like, bro, production is key. They have to be on point. They have to listen to everything you're saying on stream. They can't just go to sleep and have the stream going. They need to be on point at every single moment. If I say I need this change, I need you to do this, change my mic, change my camera. They have to be. It's a whole different ballgame. People think none of this is just easy. What everybody would do.
A lot of people think it's not even just in streaming, but just content in general. Like, yeah, you initially can't just pick up the camera and then boom, just start it. But like, you gotta be able to have camera presence, topics, as far as these segments. So you guys, hey, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be into whatever it is you're doing.
Yep.
I don't know. So this
Sometimes it's like, yeah, but like some like
you gotta be real, bro. Niggas can smell fake shit.
And I do believe that, like, yes, do things that make you happy, but also interact with chat and figure out what they like.
That's the main
So
thing.
that, because at the end of the day, people are invested in you and they want you to see aspects of what they like. And you get something that's like that.
Out of all the things I've ever tried to put out, the shit that always went the most viral was like.
You never thought,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I never played Fortnite like that. I hit affiliate by playing Fortnite, and people just being like, play Fortnite, and wanting to watch me play. So I'm like, I'm gonna play it. You guys are coming to watch me play it. It's gonna play it. You guys are boosting my views.
Yeah, bro. People love watching me get smart theories. But I got a ton of requests to like do a tutorial like how to roll a jiggy. I was like,
You gotta push that content. Start pushing that content. That's what they want to see. This is a great segment already, and we haven't even started. We just ate cake pops and cake. Yeah, that was delicious. I want some more.
I had the cake and I ate it.
I should not
But
eat more. Not know what to.
I was talking about like things and things. All of those.
Open it up.
I need to have the water. I show us the problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Stay hydrated, really. We don't got a water sponsor yet, so I'm gonna cover this label, but just make sure you stay hydrated. If you really could do it, don't drink it out of plastic bottles, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother segment.
Yeah, you chill, drink this water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We chilling.
So, I'm saying you,
I'm gonna step outside in the sunshine and smoke this joint. Thanks. There's nothing wrong with it. You need help, guy? You never got him checked?
Chat. At this moment, we are presenting Professor Montez. This section is through her eyes, where we learn life from the woman's perspective. Let's go, Chat.
Yeah.
Let's go, Chat. Oh, is this good?
Right?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm talking like I got a damn microphone.
So we didn't sit next to each other.
Or you.
I got the stuff. Put this in your pocket. Connect the charger so it stays charged up.
I have a question.
You know what? I got a lot of beef with women.
To ask the question. Those are walking with son. What's his problem?
The TF. First of all, the TF, right? A lot of organization in there. Bad clips. Bad clips. Bad clips. I'm not trying to do that. That's back clips, bro. Look at that.
We love them. We love our queens. We love everybody. This is love everybody. See,
Questions?
It's in the budget.
they call me Simon.
Well, you know, she's like, some questions, I was like, question a woman, why would I have a question a woman?
Question.
Yeah.
It's for the woman. How to first of all. I bet the day for the black. Yes, I wanted to know. I just wanted to know. Mikey. Oh, but. What you say, you really want to know. Really want to know. I want to know, Alissa Montez videos. Actually, I'm so sorry. I said videos. About the propaganda on like women, like how can I say this question? Like the way, how do you feel in this society that women are being perceived just in the open eye, in social media and in life?
I need a more direct question.
More direct question.
Why don't you tell me how you think women are perceived? And I'll tell you.
I think women are perceived. I
By
think
everybody.
me, growing up, actually, so a little backstory. I grew up with most women in my life. I got two sisters. I'm a big brother. Grew up with two sisters, my auntie, my mom. This is literally just three men that I grew up with. My grandpa, my dad, and my uncle. And gratefully, thankfully, and then humbly, they taught me right. Like, wow. I remember seeing my dad come home every day after school, or not him going to school, but me, him after work, coming home, always bring my mom flowers, like, just for no reason. She loved asking about it. But thanks to the question, how I think women are perceived, I think women are perceived in a way that's confusing. I think they're perceived in a way that's not them being confusing, just how they're being perceived. I think people are confused. Especially like I grew up in the church, so like I love it. Right? I'm not saying nothing about anything, but the world is really soft now, and it's really soft. It's getting softer and more dangerous for one. So that's another confusing thing. Not too long ago, I almost whooped somebody about going into the bathroom with my little cousin and doing something in that bathroom towards my little cousin. And I just think women are perceived in a way that's like confusing. Yeah, it's
Okay, so when you said confusing, the first thing I thought of is the difference between men and women. And I think that a lot of the times women feel very confusing to men because men are very logical and women are very emotional. So I think like ideally in an ideal world, like men understanding what women need, which is usually emotional, right? So there's like everyone knows that when a woman has a problem, I think at this point everyone's like, okay, men try to give solutions, right? Be very logical and honestly with no solutions. Sometimes you just want to be heard. Sometimes they just want to hug. I remember this to my ex all the time. He's like, I don't know what to do. It's like if you don't have an answer or anything, like just hug me and I promise you it'll probably go. You know, because sometimes nothing is wrong, because something's wrong, but it's really just women have spoken slow and they up and down all the time, and sometimes we don't even know. And so I think if men understood women from a very emotional and kind of like respected women's emotions, I feel like a lot of the times men just kind of brush us off and dismiss us as we're emotional, and it just again it's confusing, right? It doesn't make sense when it doesn't make sense in a lot of man's brain. Something that doesn't make sense, it's not valid. And I think a lot of the times men want to, it needs to be valid for them to give like the okay green stamp. And I think what I've learned is like, you can understand and respect the feelings without having to agree with them.
Big on what you said, like one understanding women more emotionally. Do you feel like it's a choice most of the time? Because I feel like everything's a choice. You feel like men choosing not to understand women. You feel like some of it is a choice. Because I've witnessed and experienced myself. It is confusing. There's never been a time where I didn't choose to, or I chose not to be emotionally there for a woman, or even a woman my blood, like my sister or my dad. Just growing up as a man, I just had to learn how to be up for what that means for and like just on like what God put us here to do, like provide nurture and heal. But with social media, just with the way the world is right now, I feel like that's what's fucking up everybody. That's what's confusing everybody. It's like, nah, you're a simp if you do some shit for your emotionally there for your woman, or you're I was
I think one, a lot of the time, men, and also I don't want this to be like I'm shitting on men. I'm not, but it's just stand on women.
I think it's a societal problem in that people have learned to only see the end result of something instead of the process, right? People don't see that like a 50-year marriage takes work every day for 50 years. But if it's someone worth working with and together through things, like someone said, it's easy to walk with someone in the sunshine. Find someone who wants to love you the same when you're walking through.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's two, what I was gonna say, there's two sides from what you said. I think, yes, it's a choice. I think either it's the lack of learning, the lack of, when you're a child and the parenting. I think also for a lot of men, like I can say and respect that men are put in this category where they need to protect and they need to provide and they need to be hard and they need to be strong. And so I think like, as women, it's important for us to create a safe space so men feel like they can be vulnerable, but also men have to be willing to be, and they have to be willing to expect emotions and to understand them, to learn to understand them. And for most men, just getting to the point of wanting to learn and understand is not only hard, right, because of what most men have learned how to be, but also like, it's not like, it's not something that everybody wants to do. And then I think the other thing that I noticed is a lot of men only respect women when they can get something out of them. So like, I think, for me, if I'm dating a man, I respect if he has other women friends.
Somebody told me that's the sign.
No, I feel like,
That would be one of my questions.
what?
How do you feel about like opposite sex friends?
No, I mean, for me, I personally, like I said, I prefer it because it tells me that you can maintain relationships out of it without getting something from, especially for women, right? Even if that's just holding the door open for women, or like, in any capacity, whether it's a 7-year-old woman or a girl your friend or your girl or whoever. I think that there's a choice that needs to be made in order to respect women on a very surface level with emotions and feelings, and then on a deeper level. But the deeper level comes from, I think, just how a lot of men were raised and a lot of knowledge around it, and then it's scary. Feelings can be scary.
Almost definitely. It's the lack of knowledge. Sometimes it's the lack of emotion. That's why I come with the choice to choosing to.
Yeah, that's the desire. Right? It's a two-way street. Men need to be empathetic to women's emotions and the fact that women think of different. But also there has to be some room where women need to understand and embrace that, but also like try and find a middle ground for if for any group effort to move in any direction, and everybody one side. It might be 70-30 today and 60-40 tomorrow, or 90-10 or 99-1. But like it can never just be 100. And anytime you multiply 75 zeros.
Yeah. No, I definitely think there needs to be like a mutual understanding of women understanding men and respecting how they are just naturally. Like there are some things that you're just not you're a man, and vice versa. Like I think men, there's a mutual understanding of men understanding and wanting to understand women. But I think that
I was thinking that a lot of stuff gets lost in effort in the wrong. Right? If you need an emotional spoon and I bring you 3,000 knives, doesn't matter if they gold plated, got diamonds in the shit, sharpened by the sharpest thing in the world, and the same, but you need a spoon, probably a bunch of knives. Just be honest.
Question for you about this. So when starting girl therapy, which I know that's a movement that you're creating here, city and now branching out the city of Seattle. What was the catalyst for it, and then what is the mission, and then what do you hope for it to be in the future?
Ooh, good question. So I started girl therapy because obviously my content, right? But I've always been the host in the friend group. I've always been the person that hosts like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I hosted my cat like the first birthday party. I love a good party. I love to be out, and I just love a good vibe. And then the other side of that is I've always been the connecting friend in my friend group. So I've always been the friend that like makes friends, and then I'm like, come meet my other friends. And now I'm sorry for your stuff with it. Like you're part of my group. And I just kind of do that here and there. So I think it's just like naturally who I am. So when I would be on live or like on Instagram, I would get so many just DMs and questions, comments, like how do we make friends in Seattle? How do we make friends? And I honestly didn't have an answer because I've always been the one that made friends. So for a long time, the answer was just like, you have to be the one that's like a little bit the uncomfortable one to like go out of your way to like talk to people first. But that answer doesn't actually help, right? So that's why I created growth therapy to kind of bridge that gap. And I believe like in a business setting, when it comes to business, like if there's something missing, whether it's like this pen needs a flashlight or something like that, or growth therapy, when you see a gap in something, you're not the only person who sees that gap. So you just gotta be the first person to fill it. And that's kind of like what happened with growth therapy. I saw what was missing, and I never was like, oh, I host for my friends, I can host for the city. It just organically I did who I am. And then like you said, growth therapy, my plan is for a job this year. It's a little bit slower than I want, a little bit maybe not one. It's like logistics, but yeah.
We'll get back to the conversation, but I want to explain a little bit, because that was like, when did you come to this class?
I started making content 4 years ago. Yeah.
Because I don't know, Mikey,
All
first
this
time we
time
met,
about that one.
Mike was like, this month, started with my, yeah, and she the content creator, I was like, what is she? Like, she's right there, that's not right, not like,
Yeah.
but I was really like,
No, there's
she's here.
I didn't even know this.
So, okay, and also, what school is it?
Well, they hate it. Yeah. What about you? What do you stop?
Born and raised in Seattle.
Okay.
Went to Franklin, class of 2017. Played basketball. Just a one. Even though it wasn't the same, but I really been celebrating the city. But yeah, that's me.
I grew up in the SeaTac area, into Cayenne, Florida school. Yeah, so you see how she said, okay, she knows, Florida school, class of 2010.
Yeah.
It was rough, I say the least, but it was, I also was raised around all women. I didn't know my dad till I was about 9 years old. My mom was around, but I really was raised by my grandmother. Was raised around my sister. Grew up around all of them, so that's why I said that we have to get her on. That's the way that's.
Okay. No, I was teasing the guy that doesn't know what means, but he loves this. Oh, you're just saying it's kind of here, hard to hear, general. So I think we'll speak. Chat, can y'all hear me?
Now you got, y'all put nice to I think everybody else will know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But before I even lose stuff, like, safe place. What does it look like for a man? What does it look like for a man to be a safe place for a woman emotion? Like, what is that ideally to be? What does that look like?
I think step one is just like being curious, especially if you're not familiar with emotions or like something. I'm a crazy.
Yes.
Like I'm a shy baby, and I'm really sensitive. And I have a really big heart, and so I think like for somebody like me, and I think even a lot of women are, even if they don't talk that way. I think it's just genuinely like being curious and asking instead of just. I think a lot of it is like men don't understand there's no solution. It's like, okay, just spend this time. It doesn't really matter. And I think like creating a safe space is continuously showing up for what a woman in her emotions, even if it's just asking like, what's wrong? Or how can I help you? Or what do you need right now? Or do you want a hug? Or, obviously it depends on like what your significant other needs in that moment. If it's
Yeah, I was say something going on. Something bothering you. You ask what's wrong.
Well, it's different. If you're leaving, what's wrong? That's different than like, what's wrong? You know? Right? Also, if you always have baby, yeah,
It's not about what it is.
You know how you get to avoid that? It's just.
Tell me.
That-
There's something about.
So, that's what I feel like, me personally, with women, sort of, like learning how to make a safe place for women and be there emotionally. It's all with my sisters, just being there emotionally with my sisters.
That's stuff one, and that's what I was gonna say to sorry. I was gonna say too, it's like, just, men need to understand women and women need to understand men, but a part of it is like, as a man, sorry, but you should be leading, and that is taking the first step, right? So once you create that safe space, usually it's reciprocated. You know, once you're leading to that, it's like, okay, no, I feel safe enough. Yeah, hopefully. Depends on what, you know,
You know.
I don't know. But if you're looking for a healthy relationship, you know, and you're dating someone that's ready for that, I really think that like you have to like be vulnerable and be willing to be vulnerable and create that space first for her to feel like she can reciprocate that and understand. Because a woman, like, the emotions, I know logic makes more sense, but the emotions will outweigh every single time. So if you're not showing up, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just gonna, she can't. It's just not
I
gonna.
heard that, like that logic is logic, but emotion wins, because that's true, like, when you're feeling this way, you know? So,
I think an important part is, like you said, how men were raised. Like, I also grew up with a single mom around a bunch of sisters. And so, 5 sisters, a mom, stepmom, girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women in my life that I love dearly, differently, all the same, but different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How can the men be better? I won't say serving, but I love it when I see the concept of girls, and like I would like to believe that like I'm like even as a guy, like I would be like the girl's girl. So like how could men take steps to even enter into that space, being a girl's girl?
Okay, so I obviously have some men that follow me, right? And I think that it's very apparent. Like, as long as they're not shitting on women, like, you know, as long as they're not being weird, like, really, like, I think, like, so being curious about women, supporting women in whatever that way that is, as long as you're not, like, weird or shitting on us, I think we view you as, like,
And look at like you're talking like.
yeah.
I do it too. What I'm worried about is that there's like the rise of the sassy man apocalypse, and like I feel like I know he can get in that territory, which I'm like I feel like naturally it almost makes me not to say like girls are sassy, but like a sassy man can get in definitely with like the girls because I'm like talking like that. But I'm also like if I'm overstepping, maybe I should check it out.
No, I think, like I said, as long as you're not shitting on us or being like, you know, and I think that, question in the back.
Oh my God.
Just vlogging.
And what about every man nowadays wants to be a man.
They want it.
Yeah.
God forbid.
I want to be
Men want to be baddies. What do you think about that?
be about it.
I want to hang with a bad bitch. I don't want to be a bad bitch. I want to be bad. What bitch? What female dog?
I was saying that.
I don't want to be a woman.
Let's talk about this like. Insane.
I do that. What do you
Yeah.
feel about this quote? Don't fall around walking. Because when you walk, it's purposeful. It's intentional. When you fall, it's unnatural.
You could,
I think both folks are,
I think it depends on how you met that person, you know?
I think,
Did you get swept off your feet and love? And carried away into the sunset, or did you follow me on?
Because you mentioned, because you said, that like, you're, you respect a man more, like, you can have female friends, without wanting to out of it.
yeah,
Growing up, me, I've actually had more female friends than I have guy friends. I thought I used to be the guy that had, like, those, a plethora of my female friends that were dating my male friends. My male friends were, well, and they would come to me and come vent, because I was just, I was last time, I was a goofy guy, I was, maybe I am emotional. I don't know. My friends tell me that, because especially my friend Kylie fucking love me, because I'm a Libra and I'm a Pisces, I'm a Sun, like that. So, I don't know what's never
same, but I'm gonna be honest, I was on the stream earlier, and you said something, you said, are you mad at me? And I was like, he's just like.
For 2 days straight.
I dead has been awake for since last night. I haven't gotten sleep, so I'm tired. You guys catch me like drifting off, zoning out. I'm tired. I will lock in when I'm locking.
Leo?
Wait, today's your birthday?
Tuesday, the 3rd.
What do you feel about that? You know, their sides.
They hung out with a bunch
Oh,
of.
shit.
Like, I won't hear you know about it. I know, like, so, like, what are you? Libra? Taurus? Libra?
I'm a Capricorn rising, also Capricorn.
Oh.
That's something we ran through?
Who cooked here? How do you know that? Nancy. Nice to meet you.
Because we were set.
I just want your name. Wow.
But no, I don't mind, like, if a man knows the sign, it's my problem. But I'm not like, exactly. No, but I'm not like end all be all. You know, like, I don't really like Virgos, but like, if you're a Virgo,
Stay the fuck away.
yeah. No, but it's not like, I'm like, I'm a Virgo, I'm a date, you know, but I'm like, we'll see. Yeah, so it's not like, you know, it's not.
Have you ever dated a Virgo?
No.
See, y'all niggas ain't got no chance.
We should talk. What's the sign that you don't?
I'll be tall. You're
What?
Not date.
Okay. It's mainly Scorpio.
why not?
I don't know, maybe it's just one.
Oh, hey, whatever. Don't do it. Don't do it ever again. Okay. No.
I don't know, a lot of like the fire signs, like I'm not like really the Aries. They come off very cocky, like just men, and like they know it all and they think the word. I think
Yeah, we been.
No, I'm the one everybody don't like. I'm a Gemini.
I was saying you wanted a shot. That's all.
Oh no. I'm sure.
Yo, those frames though?
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, before I go.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, y'all gonna come to my show tonight?
I'm playing at the Seattle Art Museum. For the Sam remix.
What do you do?
I throw a music festival in Fremont called Fremont Friday. And then, then my band, Martial Law Band, is playing tonight. We teamed up with Sam, so we're gonna headline that.
Seattle. Gangster.
Gangster.
What's my name?
Shop?
Oh, take mine.
Oh, my God.
Right, this. I go back.
Dude, back when I used to party all the time, I used to take the tab and throw it and like crack the bottle. Because then you have to finish it, then you get another time.
He said, oh, thank you.
To the chat. This one's for the chat, man. Hey,
Real nice to meet you.
men, be good to women. Women, be good to men. We'll all get along. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, be nice to ladies. Men, be nice to men too. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure.
Respect women.
Happy Women's
History.
History Month.
How did you
I
just?
was gonna say, woman.
What?
Inheritance. I'm sorry.
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy. Love y'all. Love y'all.
Chat, he's done.
All right, gang. I'm off sound check. See y'all later. It's 3:15. I got sound check at 3:30. GPS says it's 17 minutes away. So I'm doing right like that.
Chat, somebody keeps walking by my damn door. Everybody else was leaving, and that's fine with me.
Yeah, okay.
This is the hard hit. What are ways men unintentionally create unsafe or uncomfortable spaces for women, and how can we as a society or just as men in general? How do you correct that?
Ooh, I think just being mindful. So like, I think one thing I noticed, especially like walking around life, right? Like as women, it's ingrained in us, the safety. Like when people are like, oh, how do you feel as a woman walking around? It's like, I've known how to walk around as a woman by myself for like my whole life, right? So like, for example, yesterday, it was really late and there was this guy walking towards me. Immediately, I flagged, right? And I'm like, okay, like I'm watching him, I'm watching how fast, I'm watching him, he's paying attention. And he saw me and he crossed the street. And I genuinely think he crossed the street because he didn't want to make me feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm not saying just like avoid women, but like I do think like being mindful that like women are scared. Like, you know, like we are, and like I'm constantly like just I don't know, there's so many times now, I think because I'm like for Uber, right? You can choose to like only have women drivers. And there's a whole bunch of things.
We was talking about that earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be more comfortable for her to have a driver.
Yeah, I was gonna get you a one. Like my shit was just gone.
That's okay. But yeah, no, just like little things like that. I think creating a safe space is just like being mindful of women and like what that looks like. And I think like as a man, like I said, even just like opening doors and like I can tell like even as friends, right? Like how my guy friends treat me. I have a lot of different guy friends in this room, and they're always mindful of me. Like I invite them out. They always make sure I'm good. They don't ever try to be weird or like try to do things with me, you know? So I think just being mindful, like, and protecting women, even if they don't know you're protecting them, you know, like if you're friends, if you go out with your friends and there's women and stuff like that, just like be mindful of the ones around you.
Most definitely. I believe that, especially I'm Asian, so like, and Asian men, I don't know how we grew up, it's tough. But I believe in being softer and in every circumstance, because we're naturally, women are naturally gentle, you know? Like,
Yeah.
treat them like a feather. And just like even, like how I just was, you know, just being soft and gentle and just being like, giving them a chance to feel safe.
Yeah.
Giving them a chance to feel safe. Because like a man could try to feel safe, try to make you feel safe, and try to let you know that he's protecting you. Oh, I got you, Charlie. Don't even worry.
No,
But you're doing too much, T.
And that's the thing, like women, we have intuition, we have vibes, we have feelings. And so like we can feel if you're like safe, right? And we can feel like even with my guy friends, I know that like if I have them out, I'm good no matter what, right? If anything happens. And so I think like, yeah, like I said, just being mindful and like allowing the space to be safe just on how you're treating them around you, you know, and respect.
Has there ever been a time, and if you don't want to share anything, has there ever been a time where you when you what's the bottom line for you? Like, what's the end of the line? Like, in a relationship? Yes. Not even, of course, cheating. Cheating is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think any type of disrespect, like calling me out my name, yelling at me, making me feel uncomfortable. Like I have definitely been around men or talked to men, like, and that's when it comes down to like women's intuition.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with this guy one time, and I don't know what it was. I was like, no, like,
Fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, like we were drinking, and I could just tell, and I didn't think.
Those in the first like 5 minutes if they're actually willing to talk to you.
I paid for an $80 Uber home. That's how I did it. Yeah, no, because I was like, I'm going.
Oh my
I gotta go.
God.
Yeah, like I was just, it's just like a thing, you know. But I think like in a relationship, it's just a level of care and respect, even like if we're fighting or not agreeing or you're drunk or whatever. Like I think the boundary is always like the level of disrespect, and that can be as something as small as like you dismissing my feelings because I'm trying to tell you something, you know, or you making me feel less than another woman in the room. You know, there's so many different levels to it, and of course, like yelling, screaming, cheating, that's all crazy. But yeah, I think there's different levels, but I think that there have definitely been situations like that for sure. Yeah,
Who's supposed to get the front seat? The mom or the girlfriend?
come on.
Ooh. That's a great answer. That's a
The mom with a wife.
Every
The mom with a wife.
I think the wife and the girlfriend should always offer it to them.
Once they're married, the way
No, I'm always.
I was gonna say,
I don't care if the mom's trying to fight me.
You brought me to this world. Okay. But yeah, that was fun. We'll see.
My mom is with my mom for life.
Well, I think like as the guy, do whatever and say whatever. But like for me, your mom's always winning. For me, I'm always like, no. Like I would get in the back before I let her try to get in the back. Yeah. So it's like if my boyfriend is like wants me to be in the front or my husband, like sure that feels good, but like your mom's so in the front.
And the chat said, "Wait, they said the chat."
So the working.
Chat said,
No, that's
Do you think that it's just a line of respect, or do you think it's something else? I think for me, it's a sign of respect. Yeah, that's why I do it. It just feels like even with my friends, you know, like I'm always like I'll take the back. Like it's just not. It shouldn't even be a conversation. So it's just
we are the same people. What the hell?
yeah.
really not.
I feel for me to have respect. You know, like I respect you. I respect your family. I respect your son, and like I don't know. That feels like a I don't know what to call it. Not like a special thing, but it's like everybody wants the front, right? So me being able to take a step back and like give it, I think it's just like a then me and the mom hold the back of the more and he gets the front.
Then who comes first in terms of like mom? Okay, ooh, say like mom, daughter, wife. What's the order?
Mom, daughter, wife.
Or who should be more important to, like, who should
Yeah.
go into?
It's a hard question. It's a good question. It's a hard question. I think okay, what should be, right? What the man should prioritize versus like what I'm gonna like for me, I'm gonna be like my kids.
Yeah.
Right? And then your mom and then you guys. But that's just me being a woman,
Yeah.
right? But that isn't it's on what level are we talking about? You know, so like I think at the same time, like as a man, it should be your wife, your kids, your mom. At that point, once you get to that. Like it's different when we're talking about seat in a car versus like the overall thing. But again, it's level. Like if you're trying to decide between your wife and your mom, I'm sorry, you should be
Yeah.
like, you know, and not like again, it's just all situational.
I really learned how fucking pray and I beg the Lord for longevity and some of this.
Well, how can you have longevity, right? Like how can you maintain a healthy relationship with your kids if you're not making sure your wife is good?
Exactly. That's why it should come first. My wife should be, that's why I heard it should be wife, like his mom, because for the man, and even in life, in real life, and in the Bible, like in the word of God, your son, your child will leave you.
Mhm.
So I'm leaving my mom. So I love my mom. I don't live where I'm trying to find a wife. So I've left my mom to go find something else to hopefully have kids. But my kids are gonna leave me soon one day. So my wife is my forever.
Your wife's the only person who's choosing to be their choice.
Listen,
Your mom's not that's on either. They can, yeah.
love is a choice.
Mhm.
What do you think? What does that mean to you? Like when you hear love is a choice and it's not a feeling?
Ooh, um, I think it's choosing to show up every day and choosing that person every single day. I think relationships always end when one person stops choosing. And so like you can have feelings, and even people who don't choose their person that day or don't choose to show up, that is their feelings are still there. You know, feelings don't just disappear. So it's like choosing to show up for that person and every single day. And some days you can't give 100%, some days it's 20, some days it's 80. And that's like a balance that works different in every relationship, but just choosing to still be there and show up and continue being in a relationship is what moves the relationship.
Thanks. I always hear that, love is a choice. Love is God is love. And just like God and anything, you gotta choose. So that's God is love, you gotta choose love. And God loves unconditionally. So that's the consistency and just the will. Like Matt was saying, really right. But just the will and the want. But right now, I'm actually going through something, so I might say something just for some advice if you have. Let's get saucy. How is it messy? I don't know. It's really gonna get messy. It's unexpected. I guess we can I'll start with this. How long should the talking stage be? Because like I said, like walking in love and falling in love. To me, falling in love is like, because when you fall, most of the times, when is anybody ever fell on the ass on purpose? You never fell in the and busted your ass on purpose. It was an accident, unless you were acting or like you were playing with kids. But when you walk, like when you're walking to the store, you're walking at a pace, you know where you're going, trying to get there and back.
Mhm.
This is with a purpose, it's intentional. And I've learned, with love and shit, like in just life, I just learned through experience for real. Because I feel like I grew up in South Seattle, so like I grew up in Rainier Ave, just Rainier Ave, baby. Everybody knows what that is. I've seen crazy stuff. So love in like emotionally, love romantically, love family, love friendship, relationship. To me, it's always been like it's up to you, but it's up like just choose, and it's not that hard to choose because if they want to, they will. If they want to, they will. I kind of lost my question.
So your question was, how long should the stage be?
How long should they be?
I think for me, my role is if you don't know if you want me to be your girlfriend in 3 months, you don't want me that.
3 months.
3 months?
Not, it's a long time it's enough, more than enough time to.
Yeah, 3 months is my cap. 3 months is you're getting cut off, but like anything before 2 months is too soon, not to be exclusive, but for you to ask me, right? And I think that like the timeline also changes based on how intentional you're being, how much time you're spending together, what that time looks like, right? Some people spend 3 months on very surface level conversations. Me, deep conversations, day one. So I feel like if the momentum is there, the conversations are being had, and the intentionality is there, then it usually does happen between like 2 or 3 months.
I feel like that's that catch when you have that deep ass conversation when you first link up and it's just.
You know.
You know.
I think more than anything, it's having the hard conversations like on morals and values, and if you align on timeline wise and what you're looking for long term for those.
The thing for me is like bring those subjects up. Like, it's like, when do you do it? At what point is it? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even feel comfortable talking about it. Do I bring it up and then I prolong it? And it's like, at that point, I'm kind of like, I'm not interested. So I'm kind of just like, I feel like it messes up a lot of relationships for me.
Yeah.
So what's the easiest way to bring it up?
Bring it up.
Like, just like the hard conversations, like you just bring it up, just talk about it, just flat out start talking. Or do you just jump into it, or do you like slowly ease into the conversation?
I mean, well, depends on what conversation. Could you make
So,
like a topic?
yeah, like how you said, like, let's say you've been talking for like 3 months and you're like, okay, I want to ask you to be my girlfriend. You just flat out ask you.
I think that there should be conversations leading.
Yeah.
Like I think that you guys should be on the same page of like, okay, like even like the conversation of like, what does the timeline look like? Like, what are you looking for? And like, some men might have dated women where 8 months is their limit. And then they come to me and now we're getting to 3 months. They have no idea that I'm about to cut them off, So it's like, but on the other side, like that is also my job to communicate that. So I think when it comes to the conversations, honestly, like just literally speak. Because I think that it's less about the conversation that you're having and more about how they respond to it. Because that tells you everything. Because part of having the conversation is also deciding if this person is a good fit for you. Right. And so depending on how they react to that conversation tells you a lot about where they're at and what they're wanting. And like if they're freaking out over that conversation, I think they're probably not ready. If you feel nervous that conversation might cause some tension, then that tells you everything you really need to know. But I think it's important to like set the intentions and like the timeline and what you're looking for, like literally immediately.
I've completely like 100,000% fallen in love with the process. When I say that, I mean the process in everything in life. The process in getting the 6 months, I was in the best shape of my life. First time I ever got a 6-pack, It took me a while to get a 6-pack. It took me a while to get to where I'm at in social media and content creation. It took me a while to even understand. It took me a while to be the son I am today, the brother I am today. It took me a while to be with these googly hoodlum ass niggas and make the choice to not be around them and focus on me. I didn't really have to move away from them. They moved away from me because of what I started doing, and we just wasn't on the same page. And I say we fall in love 100,000% because now I will officially like I like and I appreciate and I'm grateful and I honor the process of getting to know somebody and really like starting as friends and what that really fucking means, like you said, having that conversation, being on the same page. I'm on the same page with someone and just I like the process more than I like her. And it's just like seeing her personality come out more is fucking crazy. It's like, damn, I'm seeing us get closer to each because I'm not gonna lie. Not most. In the past, I've had some relationships that was let off lust. And then like lust is a drug, sex is a drug, and drugs are addicting, and they're addicting fast. It's that rush. Adrenaline runs out soon.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about timeline for sex.
Ooh, I'm gonna lie.
There you go. You see,
I'm down.
look at him, how he.
I want to say there is no time. I won't say as experience. Me and my girl are the first lookup, and we get never inseparable. Like and like and this is the girl I will marry one day. Like. But the thing is like on the first night, right? So I think the people perception they're like, oh, we don't have sex till 6 months, right? I think it definitely is like how well you connect with that person.
It's very situational, like no two experiences are gonna
Will
be
be
the
the
same,
same.
right? Like there are people who like will hook up on the first time, like, right? But it's like they're not looking for anything, right?
Yeah.
And then there are people that's where
I hate
it's
that
like
shit.
you then
Should you don't want to.
yeah, you know, like they took the first time and then we just ended up like being really compatible, right? But I do also think that unfortunately some men are trash. So sometimes we do need to kind of create that timeline.
Wait, you can point at me and say something that. Me?
It's a general statement. Yeah.
Oh,
But like, what do you think, sister? Like, are you applying for yourself or?
I have a different perspective just because I'm always celibate when I'm shooting.
respect.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, like, one thing about me is I do not care what you do with your body. I've never really had a host stage. I've always wanted one, and I support the host stage. I just personally cannot participate. Like, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Host stage.
You don't know today.
You don't know what that is?
You never got a close stage.
What's the host stage? Is this sexual? Is this a sexual?
It's not fun. It's
Is that host? Threesome?
We're just like hooking up.
Wait, what?
What?
What's up? Are you good? Host
Oh, stage. Host stage, like post even shot. Oh, stage.
Great. Shades great.
No, I've just never. I think it just depends. But for me, like the hookup happening, that's just not my thing. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So like for me, it's like we're going on dates.
Yeah.
And that for me, at least, like, I'm just not sexually, like, I just can't unless there's something more, unless there's some substance and I've gotten to know you. Like, but that's just how I just can't do it. Like, it's just literally me, right? But then like I have a lot of friends who are in this exact same thing. And so it's like it's just different. Together. But who knows? Maybe I find my husband,
People have different,
it's just what works for
people have
you.
different like ideas on sex and like how they do it, what they value about it.
Exactly.
Right, so it's like two people are gonna have like I feel like most people's not gonna fight up every
Yeah.
time, because there are people like would prefer to be celibate because you can sex without like a connection and that's totally fine. Then there are other people who don't really need that.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like
And I think like especially for women who are agreeing to kind of like do that, like I think it's liberating.
I
Like,
didn't
when
know you want to be here. I didn't know that you. I just need to know because I have a hard time with being doing the husband shit and talking stage. And being, I don't think that it's a bad thing to be going and talking stage because you're supposed to move with intention.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to build something with you, I'm trying to build something with you. I'm not trying to build something with you when I'm out here playing in other girls' face, creating an opportunity, creating a chance. That's what this is, creating a chance for someone.
Selling a dream.
Selling the fucking dream in both sides, because they're, like, and hey, me too. In my college days, I'm a grown ass man now. When I was in college, I was, but. No, I was selling socks. I was selling socks and soap. Man, So two dreams max, two dreams. Okay, but it's like no, I just believe in being intentional. My mom, growing up, my mom always told me your body is a temple. Like for men and women, you got to protect your body. And with and in my adult age, I've learned that the things about what you share during sex and like spiritually and physically and emotionally, what the woman goes through. Sex, and men are. I guess men were made to fuck everything the other time. And when I was in college, I was. Oh, you have to do it. No. I was stage. But I lost. So, hey, growing up, I lost my virginity at, I lost that car at 20 years old in college. And,
Me too.
yeah, I lost it at 20 at the year. And, in high school, I was playing. Niggas, don't say it. I'm not even. Don't, you little child. Don't say it. But, it was just always done like, I've never, and I've always been like, what the fuck does a version look like? What do you mean I don't look like the version? What? Oh, what the fuck? Because I look player because I'm just hey, not even doing it. I'm just looking and I respect it. No, I mean, I'm just always, in regards to women, I've always been the same. Protect and be soft and just do extra for it. And just say fuck it for real. Because I want somebody to do that for my sister. And you don't.
And I can say, chat, working with them, you guys have been like very kind and respectful to me, like from like the first situation to just like being super accommodating and like hearing me out when we like kind of got on the call to figure out the details of this. So I will say.
Made sure they made it work for you.
Yeah.
My grandma raised me. What's the piece of my grandma? But yeah, I just believe that because like you said, about not wanting stuff about women, but she said something about like opening the door. Damn right, I'm like, if I'm not there, and my wife is out in Safeway or is out and about, I want to please open the door for my woman now. Please hold the door. Please, if you see her, please help her with her bags. In New York, I was living in New York. Go to my mother. Every time I say New York, I just get back in this mode. Like I'm really from New York. I'm really. Did you say something? Oh, I thought she said something. But in New York, they really have that different kind of hospitality. Like in New York, and I've done it many times because I see it in New York. Men will see a woman walking down with a stroller, and best believe there's 5 guys coming up to you. Yo, beloved, let me help you with that. Let me help you with that. Beloved, yada. You don't.
No, I literally, it was so funny. I was walking with my car and I had like, oh my gosh, probably like boxes. Oh wait, I was holding them all with my purse and a grocery bag. And I was trying to open the door and this man's just standing there watching me. And I'm trying to like hold this and like beat the elevator and this other guy is just watching me. And I remember thinking to myself, like I almost said something because I was like, what is wrong with you guys? Like even just on like a human level. Like on a woman, there's like a whole nother chair, but then there's like a human level. Just treat people kindly and treat humans like humans. And it's just like it kind of goes back to what I was saying of like some men only respect a woman when they can get something. You know?
Facts. Growing up in the hood, I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a bunch of just niggas always want the girl that don't got no job, she don't got no car, she don't got nothing. So that woman needs him. She needs him. She's like, because you provide everything. You really don't provide shit, but you provide something that she don't have. That's true. Like I say that all the time. And I'm a big brother, like I said. My girl, my sisters, my baby sister just turned 22. I guess she's not a baby, but she's my baby. And the middle child, my other sister, is 23, 24. Yeah. 24. And but I've been through shit with them in regards to the boys that they fucking with that don't treat them right, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna go to jail about this GTA. But like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm big on it. My grandma, recipes, was big on loyalty and, in a man of your word, never being a hypocrite. Just being a hypocrite, being a bitch. Being not like how you all saying earlier, but and maybe being a B word is like you're just nothing to work with. You treat people like shit. You're shit. You treat yourself like shit. You do shit like see a woman carry a bunch of boxes and go,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know? And I've just always been lead on like, my sisters. I was always not so my sisters, women. That's why I've never cheated. I've been cheated on. I've never. I just love women. Like I said, that's why I love the fact that we changed it to this when we got fucking balloon pop and shit. Because
Yeah, let the record know. They were trying to get me to do pop the balloon. And what did I say?
He was trying to get it.
No.
yes, and
And then he still tried to get me to do it.
no, nigga,
Tell the story.
the story is a story in the past, and we don't patch it. We have moved on to bigger and better things.
He's done no better.
We're here. Oh my God, maybe another question.
If this is probably from the chat too, because there's probably some dudes here in the chat that probably need to know this too. Guys, stop scaring the hus. How does a man stop? How does one stop scaring the hus? The snorties?
Wait.
Like, what is the best approach? I know it can be situational, but like, what is
Like how to approach a woman without
terrifying them or staring them?
kind of like literally don't be a weirdo. Like be respectful. Be respectful.
I told a woman to smile the other day.
No.
Listen, I didn't say it like that. Smile.
Stop saying like that. And I'm like, are you okay? She smiled.
No.
I'm gonna go back to that and say, what is going on?
Well, why do you want me to do anything?
I'm not trying to tell her what to do. I'm saying like I would let her see your smile rather than make her pregnant.
I must be.
I don't know. Maybe
It's like I don't.
It's like you're putting what you're needing, what you want above, maybe just. Maybe
Maybe she was not broken up with.
Yeah,
Maybe she got off with that.
maybe she-
Okay, for the record, when I had said that, I did not mean it like that. Just see you happy, okay? That's it. Obviously, that didn't work, and that's not the way to do it. I'll never do it again.
This class is important. See, what I would have said is, do you want to smile? Because I
No. Leave her alone.
Oh, no,
Just don't say nothing.
I would have never said that, Chad.
Some random girl you walked by.
That's crazy.
That's the worst.
I mean, not like she wasn't like just. I mean, I guess yeah. It's like, oh, I didn't know her, but I mean, we were standing right there for a minute. I stared at her. She stared at me.
Like that goes to the category. Right, Belly?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's giving you like gaslighting vibes.
Glad this class is in session today. I needed this.
Attention versus
It takes questions like that to learn something. Learn something.
Never again.
No, anything.
Smile just left my vocabulary.
I went to the American Music Academy and like I was on Real Cat on New York. Like they would be like, say.
No, you remember when we were on FaceTime and then I got some guy walked by me across and he goes, oh, you remember? And she goes, what was that?
Yeah. And I feel like instances like that, it's like you're sitting humanizing. Us.
Yeah.
Like look at the ball, you're like,
The fact that it's a certain hero is crazy. Like,
Good done. And like, and if he would have just introduced himself. He could have said, hey, should I have asked for my number? He could have gave me a compliment, but he made noises.
So, in this case, could one approach something be like, hey, you He looks like he might be having, okay, even me.
Say the best way to approach a woman is approaching them without motive.
Yeah.
Approach them.
Like without and yeah, like my favorite is like, and all the time, like when I'm walking down, like I just had a guy last week be like, I really like your outfit, right? He didn't want me to stop. He didn't expect anything, and I was even like, thank you, you know, like that was a nice compliment, and even probably compliments like that don't involve looks, right? Like for women, I think means more, even if it's just like those are dope shoes, you know, and you're just walking by a girl.
It looks like you would have a great spot.
Oh.
Nope.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's any way that that's not.
Just like, yeah.
Want me to tell you the best method? Look. It has to be, let's say you're gonna approach someone random outside, right? What do they call it? A cold approach, right? So it has to be, and then the interaction has to be less than 20 seconds. So let's say, right? Here,
Social strategy.
So let's say she's on her phone, right? Let's say we're outside the restaurant and I'm walking by. So look, chat, this is it because it keeps it straight to the point, quick, and with results. And so let's say I'm walking by, I'm like, oh, excuse me, hey, your outfit looks really good right now. Like, or like something like that, right? And she was like, oh, hey, thank you. But then you get her with like an urgency effect where like she's on depending on you, like, hey, I have to really go to this appointment so and so. But I just want to know if you have to get your IG. But because now she thinks that like she's on my time, she's like, oh, yeah, what? See, but that can happen. How many YouTube videos you watch? But that can actually happen. So there's two options that the lady would say. She'll say, oh, nothing, keep it pushing. Don't and did it right there. On to the next. Or she'll be like, oh, wait, you better feel good about her outfit, and you better defend that she's done. You text you said I had to go somewhere. Boom. I just said, let's 20 seconds.
That tonight.
I wonder what's the
Put it into play. If it don't work, then it works. I'll be in court PTC.
Not
If you didn't know.
That's tough. I would say, I feel that that's a hard to answer because I feel like I would say yes, because you gave me the option to be like it didn't feel pushy.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
It didn't feel pushy. And if I'm hesitating, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you'd be like, oh no, it's okay, yeah, pushing too. That already would make me be like,
Like not feeling entitled to get something.
Exactly. And that approach sounds to me like, if I say no, I'm not feeling in danger. Because that's also the thing, like, that's a real thing, like, when I'm generally, sometimes I just feel like I have to give out my number or give out a fake number. Or sometimes I feel like I do have to give out my real number and then block immediately because if I give a fake number, I know that sometimes men don't take rejection well. Yeah, they do that. They call you on the spot now. It's like saying the last digit just in case. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, because then like women literally have me killed.
Yeah, no, even I went out a couple weekends ago and this guy came in, and also he's like much taller than me, right? Like I'm only 5'2", so I'm like looking at him and he's like also screaming because it's in the club, and he's like asking for my number, and I was just like, and that the hesitation is an answer.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not gonna see me, and I did because I was just like, just get away from me, like. You know, because it's like also like if I'm rude or if I'm mean or even if I say no, what does that mean next, right? I'd rather just not even find out, especially like if you're already being pushy about it. It's like, what are you gonna be pushy about next?
When I hear that shit, I think about my sister. Think about
Yeah, those are those are
well, I see the real life too. Because like I said, I grew up having more female friends than like and like I don't know. I see it all the time. That is probably men are weird. So I used to work at a dispensary down the street, the vault, and even seeing how older men, every color, most of the time would be of the It's not focus. But all of the female, my female coworker, it's like, I feel like the last time I'm around, I love to make people laugh. Really, I think it's a toxic thing because sometimes I like to make people laugh because it just takes me away from whatever stress me out. But I really need to learn how to deal with that shit. Um, just when I used to see like maybe one of them forced conversation with the fucking female cashier lady when trying to extra tip and always come back to me. Listen, I've seen him deal with it. I know when I was working there, he would specifically wait for one person to go talk to one person. She knew, and she would tell all of us. And we got to a point where he couldn't come to the store no more, but he would still come to the store. And then I don't give a fuck. And it was like, well, we think about my sister, because my sisters don't make the best fucking choices, and that's why I be most of the time be pissed like this nigga put his hands on my sister.
Yeah, well, no, and that's what I'm saying, like, just being mindful of women in general, like, I don't drive, I only walk everywhere since I live downtown, and so I'm constantly unaware, right? Women know you can't have both headphones, and you can't have it up all the way. I run outside, so it's like, if I even, and I'm still aware, like, it's actually been annoying me lately, how, like, aware I'm like, I'm running and I'm like always looking over my shoulder. I'm like, if I see a man, then I'm like looking, and I'm like, I don't care if he sees me looking at, I'm like, because I have to make sure that like he's behind me. And then like even yesterday when I was like, oh, that guy is walking towards me, I'm like, okay, is there anything in his hands? Is he walking fast? Is he looking at me? Is he paying attention? Do I need to cross? So many times I will cross if I even have a little bit of a feeling or I feel a little bit uncomfortable if there's not enough people around. And these are like the things that women like. I don't like going to gas stations. Like even in the daylight because it's scary. It's so uncomfortable.
But I think it's important like for men to recognize that because I also see the discourse of when women are saying this exact thing and we're explaining like this is our lives, like we have to think about this shit every single day. And then we'll be like, well, not often. Well, what am I gonna do around it? It's just kind of like they feel personally attacked. And it's like, no, I need you to understand like this is our experiences. And if there's a way that you can kind of help us bring that or provide that sense of safety and comfort, that could go a long way.
Well, and I think women are very aware of the fact that like it's not all men.
Yeah.
Right? And like even the men or even the women.
Hopefully.
Well, even the women who hate men, don't blame them, but it's like they know at the end of the day it's not all men. And I think it's also really easy it's very easy and apparent as a woman to decide which category they go in, right? So even at the gas station, the men who are not paying attention, maybe they notice I came in, but they're not staring at me. They're not watching me they're not, catcalling me, trying to talk to me. Like I don't know. I think as women, we know which men are, and it's just based on their behavior,
Do you think? I got two questions, but I really want to ask this one. Do you think that?
Just ask it. Yeah.
Do you think that when in my experience, I've seen women choose over and over to keep themselves in it and stay with the motherfuckers, staying, and we see movies about it.
Mhm.
Tina stayed alive for so long,
Mhm.
until she went like. I do understand that, like physicality comes into it, mental games comes into it, like man playing with women, and vice versa. But when I like, really, so she could, some of us keep doing this, but like you said, when most men don't want a woman that can't get shit out. But like, what is it that if you, I know everybody's seen their experiences going on about what do you think that like, what is it about trying to make it work? Like, what is that? Where does that come from, and where does it end for women?
realize that men need women.
Yeah.
I said it stops when women start realizing that men need women. And I think that like a big part of it is obviously, regardless of what side you're on, it comes down to like your self-worth, right? And what you're willing to put up with. And I think we all, as women and men, have to go through these lessons for it to not happen, right? I've been cheated on and I've stayed. I've been cheated on in a relationship over and over and over and over and stayed, right? Will I ever? Never again. Right. So I think like one, like you said, like mind games come into it. And yeah, like a lot of women are manipulated and do stay in situations because they feel like they either because they have to, because of safety, because they've been manipulated, because they've been told that change will happen, or because there's just like a lack of self-worth. And that doesn't always come from the women. Sometimes it also comes from the manipulation of the men convincing her that she can't get someone better, that she's not worth more, that this is the best, or this is what she deserves.
Do you think that's like a toxic version of logic versus emotion? Because that sounds like you said, if it comes from for women, it comes from a lack of self-worth. Self-worth. Yeah. Like, I mean, me personally, I've been in a relationship where I did all I could, and I did all I could do until like I really believe in exhausting it. Exhausting your options, like going through it. But it's fucking scary because when you go through it, you could fuck yourself over just believing in some shit that was never it.
Yeah. No, and I was thinking about what you said about logical versus emotional, because a lot of it is women, especially with the manipulation, like a lot of it is women staying because of emotions, right? Women are not stupid in the moment. They know they should leave. They know this man isn't right. They know they can find someone better. They know this isn't the end game, and they know that it's also going to end eventually. I do think a lot of women get wrapped up in their emotions, and I do think that some men take advantage of that and play off of that. And I think that like, even as a man, it's hard to let go of somebody, right? Breakups are hard, walking away is hard. And it's not always, obviously every situation is different, right? So there's just like a learning curve that comes with it. And it just comes down to like doing your due diligence before getting in the relationship, and also knowing your non-negotiables and your boundaries and leaving when they get crossed. Kind of prevents a lot of that happening to the point where you like get exhausted. And like I've had to learn that. I think everybody eventually has to learn that like you just can't stay through everything, you know? And I'm someone who's like, if I love you, I love you. And I'm saying it does not matter what you do, like cheating and stuff, right? But like there are times where it's like, maybe I'm not being cheated on, but you can't show up for me emotionally, right? And I still stay because it's like, for me, it's like that is something that can be worked through, but you also can't convince or force someone to work through things for you. And that's where like that due diligence comes in before getting into a relationship, making sure that you know what you want, you know what your non-negotiables are, your boundaries, and making sure that you guys are aligned. And that's where like the hard conversations come in. And a lot of people miss those because they're hard conversations. And if you don't have the hard conversations now, then you have the hard conversations later.
Seeing that, like being aligned and having the same values and morals, like just being aligned, period, is important.
Yeah.
Because you sit off with the wrong person. Okay, last thing. Okay, so the end line. And I mean, women get mad. You don't know them, right? I mean, yeah, barely.
Yeah.
Let's say like I'm a new person, we've never had no interaction, we've never seen in your life. What would you say to me as a man on how to make this world a better place for you know nothing about me. You just want men to make this world better because it is our job.
Yeah.
You know?
I would say, well, I can't tie that up in like one sentence, but I would say kind of like to recap on everything I said, like be mindful of women around you, be open to learning about women. And I think above all else, it's like emotions and how women work. Like I have said that like my new thing when I'm looking for a managed relationship is like, I want to be with a man that gives girl dad, right? That's like my new requirement. Like, because if you think about it, like men who give girl dad are like sweet, they're caring, they're open, they are just like, you know the vibe. I feel like I don't even have to say it, right? And so that I think is like kind of what I'm, yeah, like, But, yeah, I think be mindful of the women around you, protect all women around you, even if you can't gain something from them, regardless if they're old or young, or a kid or adult, or your friends, like your girlfriend's friends, right? Like still taking care of the people around you. And then like, I would encourage all men to be open to learning about emotions, even within themselves, right? There's like that quote that's like, you can only get as deep, or you can only get as deep with someone as they are with themselves. So the more open you are with yourself and being open to being vulnerable with yourself and your own emotions, it kind of allows you to be able to have that and hold that space for women around you, even on a friend level or in a romantic level, or even like in a professional job, and being able to respect women that way and understand, like, you know, even this email is a little aggressive, right? Maybe she's going through something, or, being able to like read the room in a way that cater to women. Yeah. What do the other girls think? How can men make it better?
The world is in general.
If you could just give them advice on how to make.
I think kind of related to that is, I think a really big issue with men is that men don't, I'm not saying everybody, right, but I feel like our culture, right? Men see women not as like their own person, their own human, they're human. They only look at them in the lens of like, what can they provide? And sometimes you see a lot of instances where men will only respect someone because they're someone's daughter.
Yeah.
They're someone's sister. And it's like, no, respect her because she's a human.
Yeah.
Respect her because she's her own person and like she has that. And so I feel like if you shift that perspective and you look at women and you respect women for who they are, that makes a little difference.
Yeah. Well, even like, I won't say the situation, but I just got into like a work situation where I was telling them, like, if I was a man, I wouldn't be treated like this.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that. Like, I have actually never felt that way. And I was just like, right? Would you guys agree? When I thought the man that went out, yeah.
Well,
It's funny you said that, because when I was working in corporate, one of the first meetings that I had was with men,
Mhm.
and it was both them teaching me how to handle the situations. Because they're like, you're short and you're a woman and you're young,
Yeah.
they're not going to take you seriously, and this is what you have to do in order to prove that you're like worthless.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I've been in corporate for a year and I still have people who don't plan.
Yeah.
And I've been in my position for 6.5 years and I'm just like, people say,
Yeah. And God forbid they're older than you too,
yeah,
right? Like, so, yeah, I think it's like a combo of everything.
it was tough work. We do need to protect women.
Yeah.
At all costs.
Yeah.
Happy Women's History Month.
Women's History Month.
So you say yours is.
But I don't want to go over time, because, yeah, that'd be my full time. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
One last thing to do. And if it's okay with everybody, we'll just stand behind Alissa while like standing up and you got the sound. We need a motivational speech from you. It could be like 30 seconds. Just and we can motivate whoever you're doing.
Yes, please. Well, I don't know what, it doesn't matter, whatever visually works.
Tell us, we
We want to stand behind you. Yeah, we want to stand behind you. So we want you to be right here. We'll stand behind you. And the camera, you could be right here. So we can be right there. No, like we're gonna, like you're.
No,
it's. You're. Yeah, sound.
This is sales meeting.
Go to the street. Can you guys come in? Look better. Anything you want, you can vote, literally just.
30 seconds of motivation of whatever you want.
Yeah.
Everybody gets.
You can, it's a based on what's you want.
Okay.
Like, if I were to be in this position, I'd be like, yo, if you were like, me being a plus size guy, I'd be like, yo, if there's any big boys out in the world struggling to love themselves, know that you are not alone, and I am a testament or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
You just representation.
I know, I'm like, hold on.
Start the music.
Oh,
There we go.
oh, we're like.
You guys keep talking. Keep talking. Yes. I just want to say if there's check.
You're gonna speak about here.
Oh, no, it's too. I was like, oh.
Like about women, right?
Yeah.
We could just hold it back.
It'll be about what?
Just can't really hear it.
Big project.
If you take it, because I got it. It's called long mango swimming.
I didn't look at bird job. So I'm wearing this suit. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's not mine.
You know, it's
Really good at this.
me.
They get a little bit closer.
It's about.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it.
Because I feel like a lot of gaps.
Yeah. You gotta make it.
Yeah, I'm just never going for her. So.
You see everybody now?
Mm, I might have to get low.
That.
Who's the one? Listen.
Yeah,
like. You guys gotta get closer. You guys gotta get closer to her, like almost like you damn near right over her shoulder. No. If I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anything to men about women is respect women, care about them, take care of them, protect them, lead them, learn how to be vulnerable, and just cater to women and their emotions, learn their emotion. And happy Women's History Month. Was that okay?
I always listen.
See you in some better.
But yes, but
Gotta get that one. Thank you. Oh, yeah, for sure. My party on the bottom. Business on that. I know. I'm a sports analyst who only gets halfway.
So I'm gonna do this photo of this.
You know, this is way off my shoulders. This being the first segment and going like this.
Oh, that's not good.
This is the first segment. I'll send you the whole thing.
everybody get closer, get closer, get closer. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. No. I'm getting everybody's full body bits. Then we're getting closer. 3, 2, 1.
Me too. Yeah.
You just hate everything that I do.
It wasn't that bad. You guys need to get closer. Yeah, you guys look like you. Or kind of this really bad. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah. Here, work together.
If we have a good class of women, now we have good.
I was like that at first too until they were actually getting into the world. I was like, yeah, I thought talk, they don't always do stuff, though. When they talk, they go on walks, just regular IRLs, just your regular day. It's basically, it's basically like,
Don't forget to sub.
letting them more.
If you have a pot,
It's like Snapchat, but live all the time.
let me do this for you.
Like, Yes, you can.
W to the fucking chat. If you guys are getting hit with the ads, remember you get a Prime Amazon ad. You literally don't want to get the ads. If you have an Amazon Prime account and you give your money to Bezos, you might as well give it to one of these two, so you do not get any of the ads. Command prompt exclamation point Prime. Use your Amazon Prime. It expires at the end of the month, anyways. So you might as well do it. So
That's why when you Maven around, you know all this.
get your subs up too. Come on, baby. Give them the sub, bro. Give them the sub.
Hey, actually, we're at 29, and the goal is 100. I mean, we probably want to hit 100 by the end of the stream.
You
But
can run that shit easy, bro. You can run that shit easy.
well,
Hey, chat, all I know is one of them said if they get to 50 subs, one of them is shaving their head, and one of their heads already shaved. So, I'm at the point.
I shaved my head. This shit probably ain't coming back. I can't
The point.
do that. I'm at that point now.
Or you, if you have the option, you can like get to the sun and do a lot.
I was thinking about doing that, so let's set some goals tonight. We were supposed to do it before, but
No, I feel this shit happens.
yeah, the way everything got set up, I'm like, bro, we
I'm
got.
still, cause, on my stream, when we hit 100 subs,
Yeah.
I was supposed to do an acupuncture stream, so I'm supposed to still do that. But right now we're at 157, so I gotta do something for the 150.
150.
I know.
Can y'all let them know how to hit the thick work?
Yes.
Great. The brown, I didn't do
It's so good.
Let's then back down. But we about done. We just.
Hey, man, what's the positive? W in the chat. Also, anytime you got this like your seconds, whatever videos, whatever, hit us up. What is it? I'm with. I'm down for the next one. I'll probably do a content creator competition. Yeah. But I haven't got the competition partner down. But once you get better together, there's content creator. Let me know. I'm always down to collab. Always. Love a good collab. What it's about. Yeah,
Best believe I'm gonna be in that chat fucking, I got something.
everybody, bro.
I got something.
It's gonna be the hottest thing. That's gonna be the
W's in the chat. I still haven't missed Leak Chat. Not gonna lie. You want these? Did you eat? Did you get some? So you can take these. You can take these.
Appreciate all you guys for coming, man.
The Maven brothers.
It's market. What's market? Yeah.
You have Instagram.
Yeah,
I live there, bro.
He does?
No, it's just always there. I learned something today. I learned something. Just to hold the door, and you just sit there and watch. It was good to see you.
What's up? We want to do that, man. So,
Just see it. Send it right away. We'll get that to you. Okay. For sure. I've been saying, you have a good one.
no, you don't listen to fucking chat. What the fuck? No, you said it. We got to fuck one out of here and call. You know who?